Hey yo, it's YEG Gooner back again with another Gooner Diaries video. Hey, it's international break, a lot's going on. I'm not doing Arsenal history today because there's something that popped up and I was like, you know what, yeah, like I need to talk about this. This is like I need to talk about this. And then I'm gonna after I've talked about this a little bit, I'm gonna do like a Premier League predictor table for the next 5 games. Let's get into this. So apparently this was a Chelsea fan that's done this. Apparently. Now what I will say is that when you're a Chelsea fan, it makes sense that you would like do something like this. You get what I'm trying to say? It does make sense. Now I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna say what I think about it. And this is what I think about it. First of all, I don't put players in a world. I don't call players world class. I don't do that. I do a tier system. You get me? Maybe that's like me being North Americanized or a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say? But I do tiers because I do feel like when you use the word world class, some people have world class, and world class actually isn't the highest tier inside. The highest tier or the most talented players. That's like, you know what I'm trying to say. Some people believe that that elite is above world class, and then you have some people that believe elite is below world class. Then you have some people that believe that it's world class elite. Then there's a tier above that. I don't do that. I do tiers because when you say tier one, you know that's number one. Now, for me, in the Premier League, there are not this much world class players. Or what I would like to call tier one players. There are not this much tier one players inside the Premier League. What I would say is that there are a lot of tier two players and above, right? Tier two and above. For me, tier two and above are the players that can impact a game in a positive way single handedly in moments. Because football's played with 11 men, you can't dictate and take over a whole game, 90-minute game. It's not possible, man. There are moments in the game, little spurts of ebb and flow that these players can take control of, and that impacts the game to a net positive win for your team. You get me? That's how football works. It's not basketball when you can have one guy that just takes over the whole thing. No, these players can take control in particular moments and change a game. Now, let's get on to Chelsea first. In this category, in my personal opinion, in terms of tier two and above players that Chelsea have, they actually only have two. They only have Reece James and Caicedo. Cucurella's not there. Cole Palmer's not there. Enzo sure as hell ain't there. Levi Colwell is nowhere near there. This is nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Okay? Now, the reason I don't have Cole Palmer there is because Cole Palmer has basically been injured this whole season. And so I'm not going to put him there because I feel like it will be a bit disingenuous. And for me, like, if he was playing and I could see something, I would. And the way I view form is a consecutive sequence of something. That's what form is. So you can say that Cole Palmer this season has been on fire. His form is amazing, right? And so that will be a consecutive sequence of games in this season that Cole Palmer's performed well. In not every single game, but most of the games. You get what I'm trying to say? And so, because Cole Palmer hasn't played, he has no form. So I can't rate him at this particular point of time. Do I feel like if he was playing that he would be a world-class player? I don't know. The way he ended off last season was so, you know what I'm trying to say? In the Club World Cup, he was amazing, but like I feel like he was playing off of the right or playing in right pockets. And the way Chelsea are playing right now, the fact that they have Esteval mainly dominating those spaces, the fact they have Pedro Porro who probably be playing like a cam second striker role, like it's hard to say where Cole Palmer would be here, but they only have Esteval and James. Cucurella, amazing, amazing. Love Cucurella. Is a great player. I actually just don't personally feel like there is any left backs that are good enough to be inside the tier 2. He's tier 3 for me. He's borderline, but I don't think left backs are good enough in the world right now. In the whole entire world, off the top of my head, Nuno Mensch. That's it. That's literally it. Nuno Mensch. That's it. That's it. Simple. Um, and Enzo, no, like hell no, he's not consistent enough. His highs are really high, but like he's not consistent enough. And then what people will say is that, oh, he played so well at the back end of last season. Okay, cool, whatever. So Chelsea only have, in my opinion, 2 world class players, or what I would like to call players above tier 2, and I mean, it's showing. It's showing. These 2 players are so good. And I actually would put both of, like, I put Reece James 100% in tier 1, and Caicedo is for me a tier 2 player. I don't think he's tier 1. Now Arsenal, again, this is not correct. William Saliba, I don't think is world class. I don't feel William Saliba is world class. I think Gabriel's world class, right? I think Declan Rice is world class. But I feel like the third player that should be here is Bukayo Saka. I don't know where Bukayo is. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But most Chelsea fans have something against Bukayo Saka, so it makes sense. I ain't gonna hate for that. Again, a Chelsea fan made this. I think those are the 3 players that I would say for my club in moments can change a game, right? Now, Declan Rice, dating back to his first season, just carries us in particular games, and people don't like pinpoint these moments, but I want y'all to remember Luton, who's the one that took over in that game. You get what I'm trying to say? I want you guys to remember Chelsea, who's the one that shot the ball from way out, like 40 yards out, when Sanchez made a mistake to get those points back. You know what I'm trying to say? He's been doing it since day, you get me? It's just people don't pinpoint these moments where he's taken over and changed the game. I'm not even going to mention Real Madrid because there's no point mentioning Real Madrid. Like, what's the point? Newcastle this season, that was Declan Rice. Like, no one could tell me that wasn't Declan Rice. He is him. He actually is him. Like, on a real level, that he is him. We do have a lot of players on that borderline, but for me, Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka, like, and Gabriel, those are 3 most important players. And it's, in my opinion, the most important is Rice, then it's Gabriel, then it's Saka. Like, Saka's been injured for long periods of time, and it's proven that we can't replace him. Gabriel has been injured as well, and we can't fully replicate what he does, but we can replace him. Rice has not yet to be injured, so I cannot tell you if we can quantify what he does, but he has a few specialist skills that you just can't get from Adam. You can't get them from Adam. You can't get a Mandem that is so, like, people like forget about the corners. The width from the corner is crazy. His crossing is crazy. He's able to affect, like, bro, he doesn't have, like, Declan Rice has skill move tackles. He has skill move tackles. How many vital blocks this man gets from nowhere is absolutely insane. Like, it's crazy. Like, but let's forget about that. There's one thing that Declan Rice does that, like, I don't, like, in the world of football, or even just in the Premier League, I don't see it so often anymore, is when you're on the half turn and then you just ping and switch play and it goes to the next corner and Saka's just away, or whoever's there's just away. People don't, like, the switches he does is like, and it's so perfectly weighted. All the switches he does, it's so underrated. Man City, this is just, this don't, like, I'm confused. I'm confused. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. I'm not putting Rodri in this. The same reason I'm not putting Cole Palmer here. Okay. Is Gvardiol still playing, right? Gvardiol's been playing this season. Because when it comes to centre backs inside this league, right? It's Van Dijk, Gabriel. In my opinion, Gvardiol, Saliba, and Konate was there. I don't know what Konate is doing right now, but Konate was there. Those are the centre backs for me this season. Well, not even this season, just in general. That's the way the order goes for me personally. So I don't know how Gvardio's not here. So you've got Haaland, Foden. Again, his form is not there at this particular point in time, but he's picking it up. He's picking it up. You get what I'm trying to say? I feel like he's got enough sample size to say, yeah, Foden. You get me? So Haaland, Foden, Gvardio, and Donnarumma. Where is Donnarumma? Like, where? Like, City have the second best defensive record right now because of Donnarumma. In terms of letting goals in, they have not let too much goals in since he's come in. At the beginning of the season, they let in a lot of goals because they had Trafford. Donnarumma came in and has changed that for them. I actually believe that Haaland's people have been like so fixated on Haaland's goals that they're not actually figuring out that, like, okay, Haaland's scoring, but Donnarumma's keeping goals out. That's so important for what happened earlier inside the season, how City were looking, and now how they're playing. Like, Donnarumma is extremely important. Then we get to Liverpool and remove Gravenberch and it's fine. That's it. Then I don't understand this. This is just so confusing to me. I'm going to end it over here because we've been going on for a bit. This is nonsense. It's shit. It's stupid. Yeah. None of these players are world class whatsoever. I will tell, like, the Chelsea fan that made this, and, like, I'm using your logic here. By this logic, you should win the league. But using your logic, not my own logic is whatever y'all doing right now, whatever Amazon free roll you guys have right now, I'm okay with it. I don't care. Y'all do what y'all want to do. You know what I'm trying to say? Your executives clearly don't want to win the league, and I can't expect you to win the league when your executives aren't making the right moves. You get me? But this has 3.6 million views, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. And I'm just gonna comment. Chelsea should win the league then. That's all I'm gonna do. Chelsea should win the league then. That's simple. There, I replied, we're done with this. This is rubbish. It's nonsense. Now let's get to the juicy part. I've already done the first week, so week 12, like, on a real note, I actually just put nonsense inside, like, the goals and stuff. I didn't really predict anything. For some of them, I actually was like, you know what, let me actually do my prediction. You get me? So for week 12, I've got Arsenal beating Spurs 2-0. And then I'm solely focusing on City and Chelsea. So then I got Man City drawing 2-2 to Newcastle, and then Chelsea losing to Burnley 2-1. Okay. If I press next. Okay, I'm going to press next. So we play Chelsea. We play them at Stamford Bridge. I'm predicting they're going to score. I'm predicting 3-1 to the Arsenal. Liverpool are playing West Ham. I'm actually going to predict this. I'm predicting another 3-1 to Liverpool. I'm just going for this. Forest don't score too much goals. Brighton score for 4-1 to Brighton. Wolverhampton versus Villa. I'm predicting a Villa 4-0. It sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace 2-2. Tottenham versus Fulham. They're gonna bounce back. I'm predicting a 1-0. I'm gonna predict a 1-0. Everton versus Newcastle. I think because Newcastle's up and down, I'm predicting a 1-1. City versus Leeds. I'm predicting a 3-1 again. 3-0. I'm predicting 3-0. Brentford versus Burnley. I do not care. Let's go 1-0. And then Sunderland versus Bournemouth. We're gonna go with it's home. We're gonna go over 2-2. Desmond 2-2 for that. Okay, let me check. Okay, they got both of them. Both home. So game week 14. Okay. So we got Man United versus West Ham. Let's just quickly get that out of the way. I think Man United will keep their undefeated streak for a while. Leeds, I'm going to go with a 1-1 for that. Sunderland versus Liverpool, I'm going to go over 2-1. No, not 3-1, no. Because Sunderland have a good defense. So I'm going to go over 2-1. Hopefully if Alisson's back by here, maybe not. Wolverhampton versus Nottingham Forest, I'm going to go with a 1-0 to Forest. Burnley versus Crystal Palace, I'm going to go with a 2-2. Arsenal versus Brentford, I'm going to go with a 2-0. I think we get a 2-0 here. 2-2. Newcastle 1-1. Fulham, I'm going to go with a 2-2. Actually, no, 2-2. No, I don't think Fulham are scoring too much goals. Marco Silva's doing pretty well defensively. I don't see. Nah, we're gonna go over 2. We're gonna go over 2-1 to City. Everton, Bournemouth. Nah, Everton's got good defense. 2-1. And then next game week, this is gonna be so tricky. It's gonna be so tricky. Um, if we're dropping points, it's here. I'm gonna go over 2-2 here. Uh, yeah, 2-2 for them. Everton versus Forest. Everton win. Forest are not winning any of these games. Sunderland versus City. I'm going to go crazy. City are going to go crazy in this game. Newcastle are shite, but they'll get something here. Tottenham. This just looks like a 1-1 for Tottenham. Honestly, I don't think Leeds score against Liverpool, so their first clean sheet 2-0. Brighton versus West Ham. Actually, no, Brighton are leaky. They are leaky. I'm gonna go 3-2. Fulham, Crystal Palace. This screams 1-1 all over it. Wolverhampton versus Man United. Bro, Man United, yeah, I don't think you're going to let it go in, but you're not going to score too much. I'm going to go 2-0 to Man United. Okay, so I did from 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th, I believe. 5th match week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 5th match week. Yeah. 5th match. Chelsea versus Everton. We're going to go over 3-1. Liverpool versus Brighton or Albion. I'm going to go over 3-3. This is going to be like maybe not. 3-1. Arsenal versus Wolverhampton. This is going to be a 5-0. I don't know what to tell you. Arsenal just do like we do well like against the teams that are really bad. We do really well. Sunderland versus Newcastle. This is at home. Sunderland are gonna win 2-1, 2-0. I'll go 2-0. Actually, no, 2-1, 2-1. Palace versus City. Let's go over. I don't know if Palace are gonna. I'm gonna go 2-1 for City. Nottingham Forest are losing, bro. They're losing. Tottenham winning this game. Actually, no. It's gonna be. Nottingham Forest are trash right now. 0. So 3-0. No, 2-0 to Tottenham. They're not that prolific attacking wise. I don't know if Solanke or any of those guys will come back. Villa versus West Ham. Because we drew against them, they're going to draw against. Actually, I think no. I'm gonna give this to West Ham. Brentford versus Leeds. Brentford all day. And then Man United versus Birmingham. This has a draw written all over it. I'm gonna go over 3-3. Man United know how to entertain. They really do know how to entertain. Now I'm gonna click calculate. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. It's bad. So based off of my predictions, let me zoom this in. Hopefully y'all can see this better. Based on my predictions of the table and the way things are going for the next 5 games, Chelsea are gonna drop off. Okay, Chelsea are gonna drop off. Arsenal are gonna let in 8 goals by this time, and score 34, which is crazy. And then City are gonna stay neck and neck with us with 4 points behind, so the gap's gonna stay the same. Then Liverpool are going to still be 8 points. Man United will be in top 4. Birmingham will be close, and then Chelsea. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at this. Oh yeah, Sunderland would have dropped off by that time period. I can't lie. I'm actually looking at this. I actually think that I don't think anything I said is actually crazy. I think this is fully possible that this could be how it is. After what is this? This is December. So going into December, I actually don't think any of the predictions I made was crazy. I really was trying to pinpoint City and Arsenal, and so what I have with City and Arsenal is City won every game, but drew. I think they drew one game. Whereas City, yeah, they drew against Newcastle, but won every game from there, and then we've beaten Spurs, we've beaten Chelsea, and then we've beat Brentford. We drew against Villa, and then we beat Wolverhampton. I can't lie. I don't like what I predicted. I tried to be unbiased. It's very hard for like a fan to not be biased, but I see this. I like it. To me, it makes sense. If y'all think I'm just being deluded, I'm just being an Arsenal fan. Y'all let me know. But based off of that, Leeds have dropped into relegation and swapped sides of West Ham. Good job, Nuno. Nottingham Forest are still there. Wolverhampton have 3 points and are trash. Burnley are okay, and Sunderland are very close to 35 points. And 35 points is what I believe gets you in this modern day. It used to be 40 points that keeps you up. I think 35 keeps you up nowadays. And Chelsea are out of the top 5 race. Birmingham are still, or Bournemouth are still there. Spurs are lurking. They're all lurking. They're all lurking. But Man United are in the top 4. Okay. Well, it's YEG Gooner. Y'all let me know what you think about everything I've said today. You know how we do, baby. Peace.